There's two key pieces of tech in the Chameleon that's not available in any other brands. The first of which is the contact measurement. To demonstrate this to you, I've had to turn down the lights slightly, as well as attach these red covers to the positive contact islands. So when the Chameleon is turned on, you'll notice that there's this flashing, circling light around the PCB. That indicates that at present there is no contact, and if you were to use the collar, you would have no effect on the dog. Having no contact is the most dangerous way to overstim the dog, because you don't think it's having an effect. You think you have contact, you up the level of stim until eventually you do get contact and you overstim the dog. This contact measurement assures that will never happen. So you turn the collar on, you notice that there is no contact, and you apply it to the dog. As soon as the collar makes contact between any positive or negative island, the contact measurement spinning stops, and it's an indicator to you that the collar is now fitted correctly. You'll notice that on these contact points, on these contact islands, I have 2 contact points. On this one, I have 1. That's to indicate that it doesn't matter whether it's 1 or if there's 2 attached. You don't need both connected. You need only the 1 connected. As long as contact is being made between any positive and negative pole, the collar will work. That can be done here and here, as well as here and here. That contact measurement will continue to spin and indicate to you whether there is or is not contact for 2 minutes after you turn the collar on. If that 2 minutes runs out, just turn the collar off, turn it back on again, and you get that spin again. The moment the collar is used, any sort of activation, whether it's vibrate, tone, or stim, that contact measurement will no longer indicate. As it's assumed by the time you use it for the first time when it's attached to the dog, you know you have contact and there's no need to continue measuring. The second key piece of technology in the Chameleon is a feature called SSC, which stands for Stimulation Sensation Constant. What that means is that every one of these contact points is measuring the resistance against it 20 times per second and varying the output per stim to match that resistance, which means if I make contact with a collar and receive a stim on level 4, that has a particular feeling to me. Now, if I were to change the amount of resistance in my fingers by, say, applying Vaseline to them and going back onto those same contact points and stimming at level 4, the sensation to me right now is exactly the same as it was before. I invite you to try this test with any other brand and feel the glaring difference between the stimulation with varied resistance. What this means is that if your dog is wet or if your collar is attached to a patch of oily fur, the stimulation to him will always feel the same no matter the conditions by which it's making contact. Again, completely reducing the possibility of overstimulating your dog.